Yo, welcome back to Bangerz and Mash. We're Dissecting the Dead. We're going to do episode 3. It was called The Cell. The episode was a learning kind of build-in filler episode, I felt like. If you've read the comic, you're probably going to know that this episode was a little slow.
Yeah, it was pretty much word for word with the comic minus Daryl's.
Yeah.
Having Daryl there. Answering a few questions which the AMC show yet to mention to this point, what's his name?
Dwight.
Dwight's face.
Dwight's face, they mentioned that he got the brand in it, but...
Yeah, they actually mentioned he got the iron.
But I thought it was Rick that, burned him.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I thought he got burnt in an explosion, but...
That's what I thought.
I guess, yeah. So, and then Daryl is at the Savior's
Just
building.
all, ass naked inside of, a...
Yeah, that's
cell.
That's pretty much half the episode right there. Is
him ass naked, listening to some annoying song on repeat
over
and over again. They're trying to break him essentially, and he just won't break. You find out a little bit about Dwight and his past.
Yeah, and then it kind of shows his now ex-wife three times.
Yeah, basically Negan took his wife away from him.
Yeah.
So you find out a little bit more about him too. He had a sister too, and then he ran away. He was like Daryl. He was super resistive, and that's I guess essentially why they're keeping Daryl alive.
Yeah, it really shows Negan's kind of liking towards
tough
Daryl.
Sons of bitches, basically.
Yeah, and then
they fed him dog food in a fucking sandwich. I mean, that was kind of...
You know what? Truth is, Daryl doesn't know if he's alive or dead. Going to be alive or dead. Yeah. So you just kind of eat.
Yeah.
Just keep your strength up. It was all just deprivation.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Dwight eventually puts a photograph in his...
That's the photo he took of Glenn.
Yeah, it's the photo of Glenn's bashed in face.
And it does show them at the end of the one episode, he's taking photos. So I don't know if he's just kind of a sadist or they planned on using it against him.
Yeah. So I mean that kind of seems like it breaks him. But it really doesn't end up breaking him.
No. And then during the episode, Daryl finally does get a chance to escape. And he does jump on it. And then what's his name's ex-wife ends up saying, it'll only get worse.
Yeah, Dwight's ex-wife.
Yeah, it'll only get worse.
Just telling them basically, tell them what they want to hear and do what they want.
And really, you thought he was about to.
Yeah, I totally thought he was about to, and then... Yeah, instead of saying, I'm Negan.
We're
Negan.
Who are you? I'm Negan. Who are you? I'm Negan, right?
Because Negan's got eyes everywhere.
Yeah, and then he kind of gets, the gang initiation.
Yeah.
It pretty much just felt like
you get to see
prison episode.
Yeah, you do get to see Dwight kind of go out and, rescue a motorcycle that ends up being broken, and then you find a little more from him from, the guy that, stole the bike. And then, I don't know, I guess he kind of, in a weird way, shows compassion by putting him out of his misery. But, he could have just let him go.
Well, he couldn't let him go.
He couldn't let him go is the thing, so...
Either had to bring him back alive or dead.
And instead of bringing him back, he understood the pain the dude was going through, so just put him out of his misery. You could see he was, shaking and, didn't want to do it.
Yeah. And then we get to learn, how... Dwight ends up in this situation of being Negan's right-hand man.
Yeah.
And they kind of, if you know the comic, you already kind of know what's going on.
You already know this, so it kind of feels just, like a filler episode. I guess you kind of need it to build the story.
For those who don't know, you need it. For everyone else, it's okay, finally it's been said.
Yeah. It's about time.
The episode is 6, 7, if that. It's nothing...
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy.
It doesn't even really, it didn't leave it too cliffhanger-y or anything either.
And you know what? Because there's, 3 places now. There's, the Kingdom. Well, 4 if you count, Alexandria, the Hilltop, and now the Savior's place. Now it's, each episode gets its own...
Yeah, each place gets its own little fucking episode, and...
Yeah, because we still haven't seen Rick yet.
Yeah, so Rick is obviously probably going to be next episode.
And time, enough time has passed that they're obviously, he obviously has had to go back and talk to everyone.
Yeah.
And be this is the way it is, or Negan's gonna do worse.
Yeah.
And then we saw, the place from the Kingdom.
I'm thinking next episode will probably be Rick, gathering supplies and getting their shit all together for the first like delivery.
You're finally gonna see like
the tapping on the door.
Let me in, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Pretty much, I guess that's all we can say about it. It was kind of a slower episode, but this has been another Dissecting the Dead.
Yeah. Check us out, Bangerz and Mash,
Yeah.
Bangerz and Mash Live. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, iTunes. We'll probably have another podcast coming out soon.
Yeah, another Dissecting the Dead next week.
Next week's Dissecting the Dead.
Stay tuned for that. Till next time, I guess. Fuck off.